Hey everybody, it's Cartoon 12 or ToonGal 12, whichever you want to call me, back for another reaction. So if you've read the title of this video, you're probably wondering, what is this all about? What does this have to do with superheroes or actiony stuff or anything? Well, you're about to find out. See, this was a cartoon that I grew up with. I wanted to try and do something different and take a little bit of a break from the superheroes, sort of, you're about to see. And I wanted to do a little, nostalgia throwback. I wanted to react to something that, not only that I grew up with, but that I sort of have a real, personal connection with. Muppet Babies was, one of the very first fandoms that I was in, if you want to call it. Whatever merchandise was out, I had it. I had a actual vinyl record, not a tape cassette, not a CD or anything, an actual vinyl record of all the songs that were played in the show, or maybe not all of them, but maybe 20 of them or so. Some of the more better ones from the show, it was on this record. And I even tried looking up the music recently, and that record's actually really hard to find. I'm surprised that more people haven't uploaded any of the songs anywhere at all. But luckily people have been uploading the episodes. So I also found out recently that there is a new Muppet Babies show out now on the Disney Channel. And I checked it out, and I guess for what it is, it's okay, but for me, the old version is my version. The old version, I think, is a lot superior to the new version. Call me an old oh, you kids today and your new cartoons and stuff. It's nothing like that. It's just, I really do think that the original version of the show is the better version in terms of animation, and well, as we commentate on this, you'll see. Now, as for what episodes that I wanted to react to, this is also going to be a first for me in terms of these reaction videos I've been doing, that up until this point, most of these cartoons I was watching, I either hadn't seen in a really long time or just had never seen before, period. This is the first time where I actually am reacting to something that I know very well, because last year I have this whole laundry list of shows that I want to get through and watch, and one of them was I wanted to rewatch Muppet Babies. I was like, hey, I found all the episodes here. Let's actually have a little nostalgia blast and watch one of these old cartoons that I grew up with and see how well it holds up. And I'd say it actually holds up pretty well. If I had kids, I would show this show to them. I think it actually, despite some of the outdated technology, I think it still holds up really well in terms of entertainment. And as I was making my way through the show, I hit upon 2 episodes that I felt would have made great reactions to. And why I'm doing 2 of them is because I simply just couldn't pick one. One of them has a song that I had on the record and contains subject matter that is really interesting or personal to me. And the other one actually does kind of sort of have a superhero theme to it. I would probably say if I ever did a top 10 list of favorite episodes, these 2 would definitely be at the very top. So it all just comes down to a matter of, I love both of these episodes equally, and I couldn't pick one over the other, so I was like, hey, I'll just react to both of them. So today we're going to have a little special double episode reaction. So the first episode we are going to be listening to is The Great Muppet Cartoon Show. And let me just get it queued up here. Alright, here we go. Time for some nostalgia throwback. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, play. Oh man, I'm 6 years old again? When your world looks kinda disappeared and you wish that you weren't there. Close your eyes and make believe, and you can be anywhere. I like adventure, I like romance, I dance, the computer, I swing through the air, I play the piano, I have blue hair.
Is everything all right in here?
Yes,
Nanny. Muppet Babies will make our dreams come true. Muppet Babies will do the same for you. I'm surprised I remembered most of that. It's such a shame that this cartoon never came to DVD, and I think it's mainly because of all the copyright laws that they'd have to jump hoops through just to get this on DVD, which you'll see as we go along here.
It's a space helmet. I'm drawing an astronaut. Only it's not coming out right.
I feel you, Scooter.
Wow! Where'd you learn to draw football players, Scooter?
Hey, those are mine.
They're not football players, Skeeter. They're astronauts.
I think that's what my drawings used to look like.
Scooter's football player moves when you flip the pages.
He does?
She just said it's not a football player.
Fozzie, don't!
I didn't see him move.
That's because you didn't do it right, silly Fozzie. Can't see, can't see.
I think that's Frank Welker doing Animal's voice.
Cartoon flip books. Of course it is. I drew it that way on purpose.
In that case, you can teach us all how to make flip books. Here, guys.
Hey, that's my computer paper.
That's what you used, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what computer paper used to look like. I remember that with the holes on it.
Draw a flip book anyway.
It's easy, Fozzie. You just make a drawing on one sheet of paper, then another and another. Each one a little different from the last.
Oh, I get it.
I guarantee you this is how I learned how cartoons are made.
This is going to be great.
In a rough sort of way.
I finished mine.
But I do remember doing this stuff back in the day. Making little flip books like that, trying to get them to move.
Neat, huh? If you think that's hot, check this out.
I think I also credit this cartoon for for playing all of these old clips that at first I didn't know what it was, and I'd have to go to my parents and be like, hey, what was that? And then they would explain it to me. So I think a lot of my exposure to like old films and stuff is actually through this cartoon, believe it or not, because of scenes like that. Where they jump into the imagination stuff and all of a sudden they're playing clips from actual movies and stuff.
With this flip book, I can finally tell a joke and get a laugh. Let's see. I know a good one.
Oh, I wonder what old cartoon that is.
Why do movie stars have lots of fans? Give up? Because they're hot. Get it? Fans, hot, pretty.
Wah, wah, wah.
Oh, Fuzzy. Now watch. Wow. Something tells me I ought to give up comedy and go into the tomato sauce business.
Oh, I like spaghetti. I'll go into the tomato sauce business.
We're making flip books, Nanny. Want to see mine? I'd love to, Rolf. You flip through it while I play the piano.
That's pretty cool. How old is he again?
Wonderful.
He like drew that really good.
That was darling, Piggy.
Thank you.
May I see yours, Kermit?
Well, it's not very good, Nanny.
Oh, don't say that about yourself, Kermit.
You know you can make real.
You have to
animated
draw over
cartoons
and
if you
over.
want to.
You have to draw over and over just to get better.
Uh-huh. I'll show you.
Nanny is the best. She has like everything.
I always knew Nanny kept a cartoon machine in this
6mm movie camera, Gonzo. All you have to do to create your own cartoons is make lots of drawings, just like you did for your flip books. Put them under the camera and click the shutter button once for each drawing.
Sounds easy.
It is. Come on.
Well, it's not that easy, but that is pretty much how they did it back in the day. I'm always just amazed, though, at their ingenuity and how they build all of this stuff. But I think what I like about this, though, is that it's not like on Ed and Nettie, where they're building all of these impossible things out of nothing. It's like on here, it's like, yeah, they're building stuff, but it still looked kind of realistic, though. Like, if a kid had enough ingenuity, they could build some of the things that they're actually making on the show. Like the way that they tied up the camera to the ladder and stuff. Like, that's how real building would be versus, like, the Ed and Nettie defy physics logic.
Gosh, I can't decide what kind of cartoon to draw.
You can help me with mine, Kermie. I'm doing Pinocchio.
Pig what?
Come on.
Okay.
Once upon a time, there was a beautiful wooden puppet named Pinocchio.
Pig what?
Kermit, once on a cold winter night, a little frog hopped up on the windowsill. His name was Jeremy Kermit.
Well, I already like him better than Jiminy Cricket.
Nothing worse than frozen frog legs. See, this looks like a nice warm place to spend the night.
I feel ya, at the time I'm recording this, we're in sub-zero temperatures right now where I live.
I've seen a wooden pig before. Joe! May I have this dance? Oh, Pinocchio, how I wish you were a real pig instead of a wooden puppet.
You're gonna regret that.
What's this? I don't remember a frog in this store. Now that's more.
Aw, yeah.
Okay, let's get on with the fairy business. I got
Gonzo was always my favorite character on this.
I don't understand.
Listen, pal. You wished Pinocchio was a real pig, right?
Well,
Also, we got a boy wearing a tutu. Take that, gender stereotypes.
Sign it.
well, okay.
This should be a cinch. I got an A in turning puppets into pigs at fairy school. Give some life to this little wooden maid. It's getting late, and I'd like to get paid.
See, he's got his priorities straight.
Gotta admit it was close. Okay, now I'll get it. Take this puppet of wood, string, and cork, and turn it into living pork. Vavoom!
Gee.
Happy birthday!
I'm alive! I can move without my strings! Oof.
Wait, no strings on me.
Coming away with me to fairy country. I could get you a swell job with the Wizard of Oz. Huh? Take a hike, you winged weirdo!
Aw, come on, Gonzo's nice. I gotta tell you right now, out of all the Muppets, I was never, like, a huge fan of Miss Piggy at all. And I think this might have stemmed from it. Because believe it or not, this cartoon was actually my first exposure to the Muppets, even before the actual, like, real Muppets with the puppets and everything.
Let's you and me.
Gee, did you
Although I think I actually was able to stand Miss Piggy a little bit better in the cartoon here versus the actual show.
Nanny said all we have to do is
She was a little more tolerable here.
click it once.
Productions with my very own team of crack animators. How you doing, guys?
I almost thought he said crap animators at first. He said crack animators.
Joy, I'm having a bit of trouble drawing this clown. It just doesn't look alive. Hey!
Okay, I do remember the clown cartoon here. I think this guy was like the precursor to like Betty Boop or something, I think.
More alive than I thought. Let's see.
But this is the thing I'm talking about. This show had like some really good animation.
Famous.
It's like really fluid, it stays on model, and whenever they intersperse the cartoons with the real life footage here.
Now, what should I call it? Murray Mouse? Nah. Morris Mouse? Nah, that's not it. I got it. Irving Mouse. It's got a nice little ring to it.
Well, that just rolls off the tongue nicely. Oh no, he's in the Frankendoodle episode of SpongeBob. It's the portable hole.
Did you see that? Irving Mouse pulled Gonzo into its mouse hole. This is a dangerous business.
Now be a good little mouse, Irving, and give me back my pen.
That's not a pen, that's a pencil. I also love how pencils can just magically draw in color. Yeah, there's colored pencil, but not like this. Okay, I've seen that cartoon before. That's a classic cartoon. It's not a pen, it's a pencil. Why does he keep calling it a pen? Hey! Gertie the dinosaur! This very old cartoon.
Hey guys, it's me, Bonzo. How do I get off of this drawing?
You don't. You're a cartoon.
I am? You mean
It's just like the Page Master.
forever?
That's right.
No! Let me out! Let me out! Get me out of here! No! Let me out! I don't want to be in this cartoon anymore! What's your problem?
I'd like to be in a cartoon. Of course, it depends on what cartoon it is.
Don't be ridiculous. I don't have any problems.
Isn't making cartoons fun?
I'll say, we just make the pictures.
And then shoot them on the camera.
Shoot!
That's pretty much how it is when I make my animations. Ooh, time for the song. Let's see how much of it I remember. We love cartoons, how they dance and sing. We love cartoons, they're the main attraction. Cartoon heroes can do anything. I'll be a crazy rabbit. I'll be a flying squirrel. I'll eat spinach out of the can, just as some skinny girl. We love cartoons, we love all the action. We love cartoons, how they dance and sing. We love cartoons, they're the main attraction. Cartoon heroes can do anything. Give me a pencil and paper. Give me some colors too. I make a scary monster. We love cartoons, we love all the action. We love cartoons, how they dance and sing. We love cartoons, they're the main attraction. Cartoon heroes do anything. We love cartoons, we love all the action. We love cartoons, how they dance and sing. We love cartoons, they're the main attraction. Cartoon heroes.
Hey guys, I just invented a new form of
Oh,
cartoon.
That's it? Now on the record that I had, that song went on for much longer. There's an extended version of that they didn't play here. I'm so surprised at how much I remembered. Whoa. Rolf just invented Fantasia. I wonder if that was a real cartoon or did they just make it up for this, but either way, that was pretty neat looking.
simple. I poured colored paint on them.
Hope he doesn't ruin his piano with that.
Hey, what are you doing, Scooter?
I'm setting up the camera so it points at my computer. That way I can turn the still pictures on the screen into computer animation.
That's not how that works, Scooter.
Get out of the way, animal. Click the camera, Kermit.
Okay, got it.
All I have to do is keep changing the picture slightly, and it will appear to move.
We gotta get you a Photoshop program. Whoa. I wonder if this predates Pixar or not.
Best animation because they're so exact and mathematical.
Yeah, you're gonna be eating those words, Scooter, when nowadays almost everything's made on the computer. We need to bring 2D animation back.
Wow, computer animation is so precise and scientific.
Messy better, messy better.
Hey, you're ruining
Yeah,
my
you show him,
animation,
Animal. We need 2D animation back.
No. Make better.
He's an abstract artist.
That's not good animation.
Hey, it's the Fantasia guys again. The broomsticks.
Forward march. Art, 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 art.
Dun 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 dun.
Bring the camera back over here, will ya?
Sure thing, Skeeter. Hey, what are you doing with that clay?
I'm gonna do some clay animation. All you have to do is move it a little bit and then snap a frame of film.
Sounds neat.
It is. I'll show you. First, you look at yourself in the mirror to see how your body moves. Ooh, I love doing that.
Me too, Piggy.
Then you move the arm.
So she's gonna work for Lakia Studios one day?
Move the head a little. Like
Just keep molding the clay, Skeeter. It's working
I
good.
kind of miss Skeeter. I like that they had like another girl in the group. Whoa. Look at that. I wonder if that was another animation that he just stuck in, or was that specifically made for this?
That was incredible, Skeeter.
thanks.
Yeah, I wonder why Skeeter was only on this cartoon, though. They never inserted her into any of the other, like,
Do is mold it right, and I can make the
Muppet
tomato
stuff.
like me. Wow. Yeah.
I'm getting tired, guys. What do you say we quit for the day, huh? Guys? Huh? Hey! How come nobody's moving? Kermit? Piggy? Ralph, speak to me! I didn't mean you guys! Oh, this is terrible! What have I done? Fooled you!
Oh, dude.
Pretty funny, huh?
I guess...
Man, they made those quick.
Who? Me? Nah, you didn't fool me.
And all of them are, like, really good at drawing. And that's the end. Okay, we'll stop that. And there you go. That was the Great Muppet Cartoon Show. So, if you guys have ever wondered why I'm so into cartoons and animation, that was probably the start of it. But anyway, I'm going to take a quick little break here, and then in about a couple seconds here, we'll be back for part 2.
Muppet Babies will return after these messages.
Hello everybody, I took a little break and now we are back for part 2, the Muppet Babies episode Comic Capers. And in keeping with my channel theme, now we are going to start to get into the superhero type stuff, which you are about to see. So without further ado, let's get started. Let me cue this up. Got it ready to go. And this time I'm going to skip the theme song and everything since we went through it already, even though it's very awesome. But anyway, here we go. Comic Capers. 3, 2, 1, play. comic capers.
Yep. Just as I thought.
Looks like science to me.
Well, if our calculations are correct,
It's the precursor to Mythbusters.
now. Hey, Dr. Frog?
Gee, I'm not sure, Professor McLean.
Hey, maybe you should look in your telescope, Dr. Frog.
Good idea, Dr. Bear. Nope, I don't see anything yet.
I don't believe it. You fell for the old black eye of the giant telescope trick.
Oh, boy.
I think this is it, guys.
Wait, so is that ink right directly on his eyeball? Ow!
Wait for the...
Help me down!
Is it here yet? Hey, get off of me!
Never in the history of the show do we ever leave the house at all. We never see them in any other location. It's always just the nursery.
We had a little trouble.
Occasionally the hallway or the attic, but like that's it.
You better clean it up before Nanny sees it. Aw, what keeps you little mess of it jump all over you? Let's read the funnies! All right!
I used to do this all the time.
Extra funny today.
Read the comics. Hey, Spider-Man!
Hey,
Peanuts! I'm surprised that they were able to get away with all this. I guess the copyright laws back then were really lax. That they're not even using like an obvious fake name that you would know what they're supposed to be parodying or something. No, they're just using the actual names here.
Sure. Look at this one. There's hardly any words. I'll bet we could make up this story just by looking at the pictures.
I also have to wonder, did they get the actual comic artist to draw it here? Like the comics that they're looking at? Or did the animators just draw them?
Let's see.
Like this, like it looks like they ripped it wholesale right from the whatever newspaper was out at the time.
You better go do it.
For once, Piggy is right. You gotta clean up your own messes, Gonzo.
This is gonna be tougher than I thought. Without one
Time for some imagination.
found himself teleported
Imagination. I love how his space helmet has to fit over his nose. Like, they don't just have a hole in there where it's sticking out. They actually form the glass over his nose.
Gonzo, what are you doing? Huh? Why, you haven't even started to clean up. Here, take these and get this mess cleaned up.
You could just pick up the papers. What's a broom gonna do?
Oh, okay.
Well, let's see. How about...
May I please read the next one, please?
Huh? Oh, well...
Oh, goody! I'm going to read about the lady in apartment 3B. Oh, well, it's Nanny's favorite funny.
But I don't think it's a funny.
Me either. It's not supposed to be a funny. It's supposed to be dramatic, like the soap operas they show on TV. Apartment 3B is all about nosy people sticking their noses in other people's business. The nosiest person of all is Piggy Worth-a-Lot. Nothing going
Piggy
on in
worth
their
a lot,
apartment.
of course.
Nope, nothing in this one either.
I haven't read any of the newspaper comics in a long time, but I know this is a parody of something. I just wish I could remember the name of it. But it is about like it's like a soap opera about a lady or something, but I wish I could remember what it is. I'll have to look it up later.
Right now she's got her nosy nose stuck in the hallway.
Words of wisdom. Want to hear them?
No.
A stitch in time saves 9. Oh, what a rogue and peasant slave am I! Nah, that's no good. What a joke and pleasant laugh am I! That's better. Gonzo, you don't belong in this comic strip. I don't?
Sure he does. He's spicing it up more than you are.
No, this is apartment. I'm gonna read my favorite comic, Spider Girl.
Yes, yes. This is the reason I wanted to react to this.
No, Spider Girl.
It sure looks
like Spider-Man.
You can't tell who's under that costume, Rolf.
Gee, I never thought of that. It could even be Spider-Dog.
Huh?
This is the Daily Flugelhorn.
Flugelhorn.
And this is Peter Barker, Ace News picture taker. But Peter Barker has
Man, this really
never
predates Spider-Verse. Anybody could wear the mask.
Flugelhorn Bulletin. Bad guys are down at the warehouse stealing all kinds of stuff.
bungling burglar alarms. This sounds like a job for Spider-Dog.
So ironic that they don't have Miss Piggy putting on the Spider-Man outfit so she could be Spider-Ham. Hey! That might be a clip from the actual Hulk cartoon at the time.
Yeah, I forgot. Bad guys, better fear! Spider-Dog is here.
Spider-Dog, Spider-Dog.
Rollicking web slinger. I ran out of newspaper. Now what do I do?
Hey, you! Why don't you come down here and start a new row?
Great idea, Spider-Man.
I wonder where they got the permission to do all this.
Shorty. But you gotta work on those landings.
Right. Look, the warehouse. Hey, who are you?
Spider-Girl, of course.
Well,
Not to be confused with Spider-Gwen.
Spider-Girl.
Oh, yeah? Well, you're not gonna catch too many bad guys hanging from a flagpole.
Is that so?
Boy, you gotta work on those landings.
I know.
Listen, Spider-Dog. I'm the only spider hero around here.
Yeah, hi, hello. Want to look behind you, maybe?
Spider-Girl, I'm the spider hero around here. What? Didn't miss you that time.
Oh, yeah? Hey, coming at you, you spider-man.
Bouncing babies. Looks like I'll have to handle this caper myself.
This sounds like the music from the Spider-Man's Amazing Friends. I wonder if that was.
Hey, you kids. Cut that out. Don't you know there's only one Spider-Man?
Sorry, Mr. Yu.
Oh my God!
Let's get out of here.
Oh, boy.
Ah! I wonder, was this before Trial of the Incredible Hulk or after? Because if it was before, then would we count that as the first Stan Lee cameo? And I wanted to keep it a secret so much, but now you know why I wanted to do this episode, mainly because of that, because of the Stan Lee cameo. Rest in peace, man. I also have to wonder, those couple clips of Spider-Man swinging around and stuff, was there a other Spider-Man cartoon going on at the time was that all new animation that they made just for this episode? Or was that from an actual Spider-Man cartoon that they just inserted the footage there? And I wonder who was doing his voice there. It doesn't sound like the guy from Amazing Friends. Dan Gilzavan. I can never pronounce his last name. But he's the one who did the voice of Bumblebee on the Transformers cartoon. That still amazes me, though, that, like, even that far back, Stan was still doing cameos like that. And it's not like nowadays where, like, oh yeah, everybody knew or knows who Stan Lee is at all. Like, I wonder how many people even got that reference back then.
Why don't we draw our own bunny?
But Piggy...
Come on! We don't care about the front page. We can hardly read.
Oh, time for the song.
I'll tell you what we need.
Hey, Dagwood. Okay, now I do remember this song I don't think is as memorable as the other one. but I know that this one wasn't on the record at all. It's probably why I don't remember it as much as the other song. It's okay though for what it is. Hey, Fantastic Four! I just reacted to that. Blondie! I wonder how many kids nowadays would even get these references at all. I'm sure back then, like for me, yeah, everybody knew Blondie and Beetle Bailey and all that, but I wonder if anybody nowadays even knows them anymore.
I'm gonna have Dad would come out of that door and knock over Mr. Beasley, the mailman again. That sounds funny. But I can't get the mailman to look right. That's closer. Here, let me try. Well, hey, not bad, Fozzie. How'd you do that? Gosh, I don't know. Whoa! Now I look like Charlie Brown. Wow, sorry. What do these buttons do? Put it up, Fozzie. Oh, no. I'll get it this time, Scooter. What's the big idea? Okay.
Annie, Popeye. They're really going back in time for these references.
I'm trying.
Wait a second, this isn't so bad. I always liked Prince Valiant.
Huh?
Oh yeah, Prince Valiant, I forgot about him.
Okay, Dragon, you asked for it. Huh? Where's my weapon? Celery? This won't work.
Oh, celery. Well, if you're the 5th Doctor, that might work.
Fozzie, stop it! Stop what? Huh? Fozzie? That's right. And who's out there working my computer?
Maybe I should have given him a door now.
Ain't I a stinker? I just immediately thought of that.
Better to do? Yeah, Gonzo, don't you?
Did you finally decide on what comic?
Man, look at that wallpaper.
I decided to draw my most...
The 80s called, they wanted their wallpaper back.
Peanuts? Ooh, that's my favorite too. Let me see. But where's Lucy and Charlie Brown and the rest of the kids?
Well, I can't draw people very good, Piggy.
I see what you mean.
I guess I'll just finish up this tree.
Man, Kermit's like the struggling artist in both of these episodes.
Just look at this place. A perfect spot for a comic strip character, and I can't draw. Hey!
Yeah, you can. You just gotta practice.
Rolf, what are you doing here?
Well, I heard you needed some peanuts.
Of course,
for your
Rolf
party,
is Schroeder.
So I thought I'd help out.
Butterscotch Skeeter's the name.
Butterscotch.
Here, catch.
But
You got it.
I do?
Nice catch.
Alright, those I think they inserted actual clips from the real cartoons. I don't think that was animated just for this.
I think I have a deep-rooted need for approval aggravated by the fact that I'm kind of short and green.
Nope, that's not it. You just can't draw.
Gosh. Thanks a lot, Piggy.
Yeah, thanks for being so supportive.
Yeah, they're all mixed up. No mixed up. Fixed up.
Hannibal's the perfect abstract artist. Oh god, we're going into his imagination.
Where are we?
Gee, I think this is Blondie and Dagwood's house.
Gotta run, Blondie. Late for work. Sorry, kids. Wait a second. Those aren't my kids. Come on, let's get out of here.
Which way should we go?
Let's try this way.
If I remember right, I think Blondie did have their own cartoon.
Strip about the funny soldiers in the desert.
I wonder where the drinking fountain is.
Fozzie, there's no water in the desert.
Really? Then what's that?
It's like the Lego movie, they're just being thrown from one thing to the next.
Gosh, I hope that Viking...
Oh, I know of this one. I forget the name of it, but I do remember this one.
Where are we anyway?
I'll climb up and see where we are.
The one about the Vikings.
I ran out of space.
That had the, like, Beetle Bailey looking art to it.
Ran out of ocean.
Abandoned comic strip! Hey, look! It's Gonzo!
Oh, brother.
Well, kinda, but did you have to bring him too?
Uh-oh. Sorry about that, fella. Now get us out of here, Gonzo. Roger. Hang on to your seats. Here we go. Must have been in reverse. There was. Oh, no. It's worse. What is it? Oh, no. Where do we go now? Come on, guys. This way.
Walloping web swingers. I've heard of raining cats and dogs, but pigs and bears? Never!
Not one of Spider-Man's better quips. And they said Infinity War was the most ambitious crossover.
And I'm glad to see you too, Gonzo. Ready to read the funny papers now?
Sure, Daddy, but we want to read them to you.
What?
We found out that we can make up really great stories.
Just by looking at the funny pictures.
Well, that sounds wonderful, kids. I can hardly wait. You can come and get me as soon as you clean up the mess in this hallway.
Reuse footage from earlier.
Gonzo?
Hey! Oh, I thought that would be the end. There's more.
Wow, it's Spider-Man.
Not Spider-Man. Spider-Animal.
Hey, Animal, what's going on?
Me not know.
Animal, I'd say we have a little problem here. What do you say?
Go bye-bye. And that's the end.
Babies will return after these messages.
Okay, we're done with that. Stanley cameo is perfect ending. Well, there you go, guys. That was my own personal little nostalgia throwback episode for you. And now that you've seen it, you probably understand why I picked these two episodes in particular. So, yeah, I think that, I didn't really think too hard about it until I started rewatching the show again, and then I realized, maybe this show had more of an effect on me later in life than I thought. But, yeah, if you guys ever want to watch the show at all, if you loved the show as a little kid too, virtually all the episodes are free to watch on YouTube, and give it a shot, and I think you'll be surprised at how well the show still holds up. But anyways, thanks for joining me on this, and thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and go bye-bye!